Good day, viewers. At this moment, we are going to tackle about typhoons and safety precautions before, during, and after typhoons. We all know that a typhoon comes with strong wind and torrential rain, and with this, it brings terrible damage to people. Victims to typhoon disaster will never forget the severe destruction they have experienced. Yet, what in fact is a typhoon? In terms of meteorology, a typhoon is a tropical cyclone, a low-pressure system developed over tropical seas. As to the origin of the term typhoon itself, some say it is from the Cantonese term for big wind. Yet, there is also evidence that it was derived from the Taiwanese term wind shifter. This is because the pronunciation of the word shifter, Tai, is identical to that of the word typhoon. However, no matter where the term came from, it describes a severe storm developed over tropical seas. Most typhoons that come to Taiwan originate in the western North Pacific Ocean, most frequently from the tropical sea around the Caroline Islands and the Philippines. Sometimes, typhoons also originate in the South China Sea. However, they are less frequent and less powerful. Taiwan is not the only country in the region affected by typhoons. Japan, the Philippines, and mainland China are also frequently affected. The US, India, and even Australia in the southern hemisphere also see a lot of tropical cyclones. The difference is that they call them by different names. Tropical storms originating in the Atlantic Ocean are called hurricanes. The term is derived from the American Aboriginal name of the god of bad weather. Tropical storms originating in the Indian Ocean are called cyclonic storms, which in essence is what a typhoon is. The strength of a typhoon is classified according to the maximum wind speed at its center. Tropical depression. Maximum wind speed at the center equal to or less than 33 knots. Tropical storm. Maximum wind speed at the center reaches 34 to 63 knots. Typhoon, moderate intensity. Maximum wind speed at the center reaches 64 to 99 knots. Typhoon, intense intensity. Maximum wind speed at the center exceeds 100 knots. A typhoon in the Pacific can happen anytime throughout the year, yet most typhoons happen between July and September. According to typhoon statistics, invading typhoons have come to Taiwan in late April at the earliest and November at the latest. July, August, and September saw most of the typhoon's strikes. Warnings. Typhoon sea warning. A sea warning will be issued when the typhoon's radius of sustained winds of 34 knots or greater is anticipated to touch the 100-kilometer sea area of Taiwan, Pinghu, Kinmen, and Matsu in 24 hours, and then be renewed every 3 hours. Additional warning will be announced when necessary. Typhoon land warning. A land warning will be issued if the typhoon's radius of sustained winds of 34 knots or greater is going to hit the land of Taiwan, Pinghu, Kinmen, and Matsu in 18 hours. And then we renew every 3 hours. Additional warning will be announced when necessary. Termination of a typhoon warning. A typhoon land warning will be terminated when the typhoon's radius of sustained wind of 34 knots or greater leaves the land area of Taiwan, Pinghu, Kinmen, or Matsu. A typhoon sea warning will be terminated when the typhoon's radius of sustained winds of 34 knots or greater leaves the coastal area in Taiwan, Pinghu, Kinmen, or Matsu. The warnings can be also terminated when the typhoon dissipates or changes its direction. When a typhoon occurs near the coastal area of Taiwan, Pinghu, Kinmen, or Matsu, or when the size, speed, and direction of a typhoon has any special change, a sea or land warning, or both when necessary, will be released regardless of the schedule from the preceding paragraphs. The only thing a typhoon can bring is abundant rain. 60% of summer rainfall in Taiwan is from typhoons, without which Taiwan would be in serious drought. In 1980, when several typhoons passed only nearby and contributed no rain to the region, Taiwan was generally in a drought condition. The damage caused from a typhoon, on the other hand, is many. This will be discussed briefly as follows. Strong wind. Strong wind is the main cause of typhoon damage. A typhoon can cause buildings to collapse, destroy telecommunication or electric circuits, damage crops such as high steam crops, and blow the grain away from rice or wheat. Salty wind. When the salty sea wind is blown to the land, it will wither crops and can also cause other damage such as electric leakage. Waves. Strong winds will bring huge waves. Some typhoon-generated waves can reach 10 to 20 meters in height. They can cause shipwrecks at sea. Also, long-term erosion of the seashore by waves can also cause disaster. Storm surge. Strong winds cause the sea level to tilt. At the same time, low atmospheric pressure will make the sea level rise and cause seawater to flow backward toward land in coastal areas. Torrential rain. Destroys crops and floods low-lying regions. Flood. Torrential rain in mountain areas will cause a rise in river levels, breaking river embankments, which will cause floods that will wash out houses, buildings, and damage farmlands. Landslide. Mountain rocks washed away by torrential rain will tumble, damaging buildings, causing death and injuries of people and animals, and blocking traffic. It often occurs along mountain highways. Debris flows. Torrential rain will bring collapsing soil and rock down, which will often cause a river to swell, affecting its course and causing collapsed river banks. Accumulation of mud and rocks downstream will also bury roads, buildings, and farmlands. Disease and pests. Diseases and pests are often found after floods and further damage crops. Epidemic diseases. Epidemic diseases such as the dysentery and cholera often happen after floods. It is an area of calm. So, during a typhoon, beware of a sudden calm and bright weather. The eye of the storm might be passing by your locality. Do not attempt to go out of your shelter. Within a couple of hours, the eye of the storm will go past your locality and you will again experience dangerously high speeding winds blowing in the opposite direction as what passed your area before a typhoon. Help your family check and fix your house for any damages, especially the roofs and windows, so it can withstand the strong winds. After a typhoon, first, have a knowledgeable person inspect electrical wiring before using electrical appliances. It is usually advisable not to use appliances immediately after